Hi, in this video you're going to learn about how to embed an image, a sound file and a video with or without subtitles in a web page, and we will look at issues involved with various formats and then checking that all of these resources will work properly in different browsers. Okay, so if we just look in Moodle, you can see I've got a link here. Okay, that link shows the hosted version. Okay, so here we are. It is definitely not much to write home about, but the important thing is just to look, and I just want to show off a couple of new tags for you. Okay, so on the page we've got an image. We are showing some sound files, different formats, and we are showing some videos. Okay, and let me just shrink this for a second. Okay, there we go. So what I've done over here on OGG format is I have converted a video to a sound file, so it's just taken the sound, so we're getting the controls like that. Okay, so my code here, the default is to show the controls. Okay, and notice that the starting time is a little bit different there. Okay, so that one starts at 10 seconds. This goes back to 0. And it stops after 8. And this one would just keep going right on. Okay, so I've got a little bit of difference in the code. So let's have a look at the code for that first, for sound files first. Okay, so the image, first of all, I just use the image tag. The source, where is it? It's in a subfolder called images, and it's called 2cv.jpg, and I am setting the width here. Okay, and we can vary that. And one very important thing to realize is when you set the width of an image, you're not changing the, if you like, the essential resolution of the image. The image will still be the same size intrinsically. It's just you're changing how much space it takes up in the browser window. Okay, so that's the first thing to realize. By changing the width, that's what you're doing. You're not making any intrinsic changes to the image. But what you're also doing is, if you notice, I'm not changing the height. So because of that, the height will scale automatically. Okay, so all you ever really need is either to change the width or the height, but you wouldn't change both unless you were actually looking to deform the image, i.e. squash it or stretch it. So normally we would just change either width or height. Okay, let's have a look at the resources. Okay, so what we have in the resources that are also in Moodle, okay, which I would encourage you to download and have a look yourself. Okay, that's them there. We've got the homepage, media.html. Here it is there. And then we've got our image in here, 2cv.jpg. And sometimes it can be useful to click on the view option up here, the view tab, and you could click on extra large icons if you like, and hopefully you're happy enough that's the same image. Okay, or even large image or even medium images, just if you have a lot of images, that can help. Just gives you a visual glance very quickly. Have I got the right image, the same image that I need? Okay, so that's the images. I've got an audio folder as well. Notice the three have all got the same name, but they've got different file extensions. Okay, so there are different file formats. I'm not really going to get into it in any huge detail. except to say that some file formats are compressed, other ones aren't. Okay, so the WAV or the WAV format, you can see that's 7.6 megabytes. So it's about 11 times bigger than the MP3. And then the OGG is also compressed file, which is kind of about 1.5 to 2 times bigger than the MP3, but it's still 6 times more compressed than the WAV. Okay, so you have to sort of make a call sometime. Can I get away with having a compressed version? Will the quality be degraded so much that it makes a huge difference, or are we better off doing that? Okay, so those are our audio resources, and then in the video resources, I will come back to them shortly. Okay, when I get down there. But first of all, let's think about this sound file. Okay, what code do we need in order to display? Sorry. A sound file. Okay, well here it is. Okay, so you can see I've got 3 formats there. OGG, carreving.ogg, carreving.mp3, carreving.wav. And notice that I've got #t equals. Okay, and that is deciding what's the time range that's going to play when we click on the play button. Okay, so you can see I'm using the audio tag, and then I've got a source tag inside that. Okay, so the source tag is self-closing, right? There's no /source, but the audio tag needs a second half, need /audio there. Okay, I know that looks a bit odd, controls equals controls, but that is the HTML property or attribute to display the control, which you would. There's no point having a sound file if you're not going to display the controls. Nobody would be able to start it or stop it. Sometimes you can set a sound file to automatically play when the page loads, but essentially that can be quite annoying when a sound comes on just like there that you don't want. Okay, NBSP, this is a HTML special character, which you'll learn all about. Okay, this just basically means an extra space. So I've got 3 formats there, OGG, MP3 and WAV. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take that link and I'd like you to test it in the major browsers. So make sure you have Firefox and also Edge, formerly Internet Explorer. So Microsoft, Mozilla Firefox and Chrome. I suppose you could try Opera as well if you really wanted. Okay, so we've got an audio tag, and then inside that we've got a source tag, and then I've got this message here which is not appearing on the screen, and you can see I've got 3 of those. Your browser does not support. And the idea here is that if someone has a very old browser, their browser may not be able to display any of the particular file formats. So you need to put in a plan B, okay, just some text that would appear. So that's the purpose of that. When it comes to video, okay, what have we got? We've got video, open and close with source. So the essential difference there is video instead of audio, and of course with a video we need to decide what width is it going to be, just like with image. So you add the width in there, okay, and it will scale appropriately. The height will scale appropriately. Probably 4:3 or 2:1, these sort of videos. Okay, so that's displaying those. Now, okay, what else can I say about this? Not a huge amount really. It's just, source equals. So source tag is the same. Video folder this time rather than the audio folder. And then I want to start and stop at a particular points in time. #t equals. Okay, so just play around, satisfy yourself that those seem to make sense. Okay, down at the bottom here, okay, so you can see my load 7 seconds coming up there, and okay, it's a bit loud. You get the idea, hopefully. Now, if you look at the bottom 3 videos here, they're all of butterflies on top of flowers. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, well, you should see some subtitles. Now, what I found, and I can't figure out why, is that... sorry, let me just move that up there. The subtitles will work fine when you host the website, okay, on our web server there. But if I'm just running this on my own machine, the subtitles don't work. Okay, so how does the subtitles work? Okay, we need a track tag. Okay, notice where it is. You put it after the source tag, but it's still inside the video tag. Okay, so the source, it's a VTT format. Okay, video type text, I think it stands for. Okay, so you need that. You need to say what type it is, another property. You need to say what language the captions are in. You need the kind property as well. Source language English, and then default, leave that blank. Okay, so that is what we do there, and we've just done the same thing for other file formats. Okay, so this is bfly, butterfly. Okay, so it's M4V, OGV, and WebM. Okay, let's have a quick look at the subtitles themselves. Okay, here we go. What have I got here? Okay, you need these 3 lines here. Okay, web VTT, kind, captions, language, English. Okay, and then what you do is basically the first piece of text. Okay, the web is always changing. I want to start that at ½ second, and I want to end that at 2 seconds. Okay, so you put your starting and finishing time there, so you can see hours, minutes, seconds. Okay, and seconds are the 3 places of decimals. Text, space, okay, and repeat as many times as you want. Okay, so I'll be asking you to do that. There's a wee exercise to go with this here. Okay, so that is visible there in Moodle. Okay, so basically create a very simple web page, make a 10-second video with your phone, just you talking about your favorite hobby, your favorite interest, and then make a very basic web page based on that. Okay, so and make some a subtitle file as well.